Wow. Um, we did a 5 hour, perhaps, in my opinion, one of the greatest hangouts of all time. I think that hangout, you can put the hangout up against the 4-0 Barca loss and the 8. Do you know what's great? The three top hangouts of all time that we've done, the three top hangouts of all time that we've all done, they all involve Barcelona. So it's 8-2, it's the 4-0 against Liverpool, and of course, it's Messi leaving Barcelona. So in all three of those hangouts, Barcelona have actually come on the receiving end now. But the latest we're hearing now is that he's heading to PSG. It seems real. It's very real. And even more so, we have now goodbye wishes. So Griezmann, Alba, Longley, Moriba, Fati, they've all put out messages and say bye-bye Messi, bye-bye Messi. But we're yet to hear from Messi. We are yet to actually hear from Messi, so which is crazy. So guys, you sent in your questions. The questions, obviously, it is what it is. It's mostly going to be dominated by your boy Messi. Remember, guys, tomorrow, 10:30 p.m., we'll have the hangouts. And for the hangouts, everybody's invited. It's an open door for everyone. I'm trying to get as many people on here as possible. And for that hangout, we're just going to be talking all Messi. It's going to be Messi, Kane, Grealish, and so forth. But I think the main topic is going to be Messi. So remember, Saturday hangouts, 10:30, we'll be doing that. And on Sunday, we have the Neymar devolution. But the thing with the Neymar devolution is it is obviously inspired to what has happened. So guys, I have my meal here with me. Oh shit. Pasta with some cheese and potato salad. And I went with Ribena. So I thank you for sending your questions, because I'll send the questions in. Guys, remember, if there's anything you desperately want to say and you want to contribute and donate to your boys, feel free to hit that link, man. Feel free to hit that Patreon's linkers, man. Wait, where's my Patreon? Feel free to that. Content's crack on Patreon is popping off. Content's crack on Patreon, it is popping out of, everything is popping out of someone. So head over to patreon.com to get that content crack in. Get over there to get that content crack in. Everything there is all looking all good, all white, all lovely, man. And it's the best way to support your boy. The best way to get that extra crack. So guys, man, let's get it, man. Let's get it. So first question we have from AD744, who says, which players at Barcelona do you think will benefit the most if Messi does in fact leave the club? Which players do I think will benefit the most, man? It's a good question, man. The most, I think there's one guy I'm looking at 100%, and that is Griezmann. I think Griezmann coming in, it felt very much like this was Messi's team, and Griezmann had to acquiesce to Messi. He had to adapt to Messi because everything went through Messi. Now that he's away, he will now have greater agency. And I think what you will now see is, because the beauty about this is that Koeman and Barcelona have to completely change the concept of their team. See, with Messi, because he held the ball for so long, and there's a specific way that Messi wants to play with regards to given goals and 1-2s, everybody had to play in that sort of way. But now that he's gone, and you don't really have a playmaker per se, I think that Griezmann is not going to have greater agency, and I think Griezmann will not be able to now play more so towards his game, and maybe Koeman will be able to change the tactic to suit Griezmann, put Griezmann in the best possible position to succeed, which is maybe we play counter-attack, maybe we play a whole counter-punching style. So I think Griezmann will benefit. I would have liked to see Depay with Messi, because that was what I was looking for. Because I thought that, Depay is a very creative player, very flamboyant, very imaginative player. How would him and Messi have combined? So I don't know whether this does well for Depay, but who knows? Maybe this is good for Depay, because it's like, okay, if I'm coming in and I have to now come in and play with Messi, as opposed to Depay, who is a very self-confident player. Maybe for Depay, like, oh no, I'm going to be able to boost myself. I'll be able to really express myself, look good, and so forth, and be able to say what's up and right. So I think, but because I'm looking at Ricky Puig, Pedri, Moriba, Fati, because you say who is going to benefit the most. For me, it has to be Griezmann. It has to be Griezmann. Because I think that with Messi gone, Koeman will say, all right, look, I have Griezmann here. I might as well change and tweak my team to suit him. I don't see Barcelona playing like France or Atletico Madrid. That's the issue. So I don't see them sitting back, allowing people to have the ball and then countering them. And I think if you look at Koeman, he's Dutch. So he definitely wants to play a nice progressive passing style. Because that's why I always felt like Griezmann, he never really fits Barcelona. That's why it always leads back to Bartomeu. So wait, Bartomeu, why did you even come in here when Griezmann's footballing ideology is completely at odds with how Barcelona want to play? And if you want to get the best out of Griezmann, you have to look at how Didier Deschamps sets up his team, and you could also look at how Simeone sets up his team, which is you are defensive, you are pragmatic, you don't have too much time on the ball, but when you're on the ball, you hit your opposition quick and fast. Because Griezmann giving space on the counter-attack is very good because he's very good at decision making. He's very good at doing something good and effective on the ball with a little time on the ball. So that's what she really wants from dude. And yeah, I think it's Griezmann. Because I think Depay would have looked really good with Messi. I think Depay and Messi would have looked really good. Aguero, well, we hear that the guy wants to freaking go now and so forth. So yeah, I mean that's my thing. I don't really know anyone else who would be able to say what's up. Okay, so let's go over to our next key man. From Arcade, who says, if Messi joins Chelsea, will that mean Werner is out of the team, or does Havertz get benched? From Klaus Verossi, your boy Klaus Verossi. Klaus Verossi says, question to the GOAT analyst. Thank you. If Neymar wins the CL with Messi, Mbappe, Verratti, Di Maria, Ramos, Marquinhos, and Donnarumma, how much of an accomplishment is it? How big is the dud? It isn't a dud. And I think that's the issue. The issue is, without Messi, PSG got even better with the inclusion of Donnarumma and Hakimi and Ramos. So if you're now saying that you're now going to include Messi into the mix, there is no dud whatsoever. So in answer to your question, it wouldn't be that much of an accomplishment. Hence why I think for Neymar, he just looked at it as, I want to win the CL again. I want to be successful again. And I want to enjoy my football, because there's a question that's similar to like how that's been asked in how like the football psychology has changed. So yeah, like there is zero dot whatsoever, because if Messi joins, PSG will officially have the most talented team on the planet, from back to front. So if you have the most talented team in the world, where is the degree of difficulty? There isn't. So how much of an accomplishment is it when you have Mbappe and Messi and Di Maria in your team? I remember last season, you got to the semis. Season before that, you got into the final. So But I think from Neymar's point of view, I just think that Neymar just doesn't care anymore. And I don't think Neymar is actually bothered with regards to, oh my gosh, like, I want to win it without this dude, I want to come without this dude. Because when you just read, if the reports are true, and he has been adamant and fighting really hard to try and get Messi on board, it's a clear indication that he doesn't give an F, which is unfortunate. Which is unfortunate because you would have thought that Neymar would be a guy where it's like, oh, like, why did you leave PSG in the first place? Because my idea was that you left PSG because you wanted to come out of Messi's shadow and you wanted to prove that I can lead a team to victory. But I think when you maybe think about it and you just see how things played in the fact, okay, he's offering Messi the number 10 jersey. He was very, very much instrumental in him coming. Maybe with those reports we heard about how Neymar wanted to go back to Barcelona and play with Messi are true. Maybe it is true that Neymar and Messi are still very close. They are still very, very close friends. As in, look at how close Messi is to the Carnival. Obviously, Messi and the Carnival are a lot closer, but obviously that whole MSN thing was real. Because obviously those guys were very, very close and like super, super close. So I think taking all that into account, is what it is. Like, if you win the Champions League now with Messi, what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. Now, Wikipedia doesn't care. Like, all Wikipedia will say is Neymar is now a 2-time UCL winner. One of those times was a treble. It doesn't mean anything. And all Wikipedia will put in is you've won 4 UCLs, 5 UCLs, 6 UCLs. Wikipedia will be like, oh, well, you won it with, no. It just says you're that champion. And I've seen Neymar wants it because Neymar's greatest victory is a Champions League which happened in 2015. We're now in 2021. That's freaking 6 years ago. So he wants to taste it again. And for Neymar, he's like, I think Neymar is one of those guys that he doesn't really care what people think, and he's happy to play the villain. So if people want to come up and say, "Oh my gosh, you have to run with your tails between your legs back to Messi, and you are and Messi's your biological father, you live in Messi's shadow, Messi, blah blah," he's a name that I don't give it. I don't care. I'm a UCL winner, so I'm a UCL winner, and I want to enjoy myself. I want to be happy, and MSN and so forth. I was happy, and maybe the big thing for Neymar is, I just want to play with Messi again. I so enjoyed MSN, and MSN was such a seminal moment in football because we've never seen such a deadly front line in club football history. That's like, bro, I want to get back in on it. So yeah, man, it's definitely it removes his whole dud. But as Eric said on the hangout, if Messi, in his first season, leads PSG, goals, assists, everything, and leads PSG to the UCL in his first season, is that dud? It's not dud because PSG have a stats team. It is dud because Neymar couldn't do it all these years. Mbappe couldn't do it all these years. And people believe that LSG have a curse, and this curse gets them. So could he come and so it's a theory that Eric put out there, which could be true. From Andre Sapphire Anderson, if City gets Kane and PSG gets Messi and Mbappe doesn't leave, who will be the biggest failure if they don't win the UCL? And in your opinion, do you see a scenario in which neither team manages to win it, even with the addition of Messi and Kane? Tell this right now, guys. I've been around the block, and I've seen these things happen. Galacticos, the 2006 Brazil team, France just recently in these Euros. These are superstar, amazing, incredible teams who we thought couldn't lose. How does a team that has Ronaldo, Figo, Zidane, Raul, Roberto Carlos, how does that team lose to anybody? How does that team lose to anybody? How does a team that has Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Adriano, Robinho, Cafu, Kaká, lose to anybody. But these things happen. I don't believe that they will win. I don't believe, for me, City, I don't know, because they did come close. And I feel that City are a better managed team. For PSG, I still believe PSG is a holiday camp. And I don't believe that neither Ramos or Messi are going to change the fact that PSG are a holiday camp, is what they are. So the bigger failure, so who will be the bigger failure? You have to say PSG, because I don't rate Kane that highly. I think Kane is an EPL merchant, so Kane is just there to fully secure the EPL, but he's not proven anything in the Champions League. So Grealish and Kane doesn't shave anything. But if you're telling me Donnarumma, Hakimi, Wijnaldum, Ramos, and Messi are in your team and you don't win the Champions League, that is a much bigger failure. I mean, I still cannot believe that could be a potential team, because we are looking at probably I still believe the Galacticos is the craziest team ever assembled as far as a team, because see, Barcelona, okay, it was really just MSN. Iniesta was aging, Barcelona 06, yeah, Ronaldo was sort of aging there and so forth. Kaká was there, but Brazil 06 team was crazy. That Madrid team, you had Zidane, you had Ronaldo, who just won the World Cup. You had Raúl, who was one of the best strikers in the world. You had Figo, who was one of the best wingers in the world. You had Roberto Carlos, one of the best left backs in the world. It was that Real Madrid team were the true Galacticos, So that is probably one of the craziest teams I've seen. But this PSG team won't be that far off, because this PSG team, you now have Donnarumma, one of the best keepers in the world. Ramos, one of the best defenders of his generation. We know who Marco is. So if PSG somehow find a way to not win, for me, for sure, in my opinion, that would be a greater failure. But mark it down. Mark it down. I'm saying right now, I don't believe. I don't believe that these guys are going to say what's up. That's in my opinion. I just personally don't believe that your boys are going to say what's up. I just don't see PSG winning it. In my opinion, I don't see PSG saying what's up. No way. From Rangel, who says, do you think leaving like that will hurt Messi's legacy because of money and all of that, even though they were ready with the contract? It's a weird one. This is a weird one, because it is the way in which Messi has left is so odd. Like, even right now, I'm like, it feels weird, because let me even check. I don't think Messi has actually posted anything on his Instagram. Let's see. I don't think he's posted anything yet on his Instagram. No, yeah. It's still the same post. He has not posted anything yet on his Instagram, man. Crazy. Nope, he's not. He's not. So it's been so weird, because we haven't even heard from Messi yet. Messi hasn't said anything. So we're hearing all these reports of George Messi, his father, is meeting PSG and so forth. We've not even heard from him. So it is one of the weirdest things. But we've not heard from Messi. But Griezmann has left a message. Alba's left a message. Lenglet's left a message. Moriba, Fati, Piqué. I think even Busquets has left a message. I think even Busquets' wife left a message. So many of those people have left a message apart from Messi, which shows you how odd it is. It shows you how odd it is, because you know what this tells me? If these guys have left messages and so forth, this is really real. And I think in Messi's point of view is, wow, what a way to say goodbye to this club. A club that I love and I've been so part of. I'm not going to get a send off. I'm not going to have a final season. So I'll just sort of do this like in a piece of text or somewhat. I think for Messi, he's like, oh, I mean, wow, you guys, because for Messi, of course, he would be pained. After everything I gave you, I leave because you promised me a certain contract. I was ready to sign this contract, and in the 11th hour, now that contract is null and void and it can't be signed. I mean, it's shocking. It can't harm his legacy because of it's not really his fault and what he's done for the club. But you look at how Xavi left, you look at how Iniesta left, it will just feel weird. Because guys will be like, oh yeah, I remember when that Iniesta last season and did everything. Remember Xavi's last game and where Xavi was basically in tears, he was crying and so forth, and that was very emotional. Oh, so what happened for Messi's thing? Well, we were on Twitter and it was announced via Twitter that they couldn't register him, even if he wanted to. Because Iniesta, Xavi, Puyol, when they wanted to go, they said, I'm ready to go, and then they left. Messi said, no, he wanted to stay. He wasn't ready to go. He wanted to stay and remain but at Barcelona, but he couldn't because of some technicality. So it's a weird situation. Like this, he will still be beloved and so forth, but it's just such a weird way of going when you look at how Puyol left, how Xavi left, how Iniesta left. They could have done better for Dino. I think they didn't even do Dino well. It sucks. It sucks. But in front of hurting his legacy, no, I don't think it's hurts his legacy, man. From Matt B, well, I think this is a long one. Pause. Hi HH. If Messi goes to another team like PSG or Chelsea and ends up facing his old club, Barca, and beats them 6-1 on aggregate, do you think the Messi haters will say they were wrong about him holding other players like Coutinho, Griezmann, the Us, and more back? Because people say they play for him in the system, so when he now leaves and they continue to flop, specifically in the UCL, will they be wrong? Because there's no excuses for the Barca players performing bad now. Now it's its turn to try and win. Thanks for the content, crack. Thank you for the question, bro. Tricky, because we've got to sort of break this down in a systematic manner. So, if they get pimp slapped by PSG, do you know who's on PSG's team? Even without Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria. So you now add the powder keg of Messi there. So a team that has Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, Ramos, so forth, beats a Barcelona team with Longley, Piqué, and no Messi. I don't think that you could really bastardize them, but the focus right now is performance, is how they lose and how they play. Because not all losses are the same. Not all wins are the same. So if they lose and they're horrible, they play badly, they get outplayed, they get outperformed, they get outmuscled, and they just play like trash and garbage, and they just get totally whip slapped, then it's like, the Messi haters were wrong. Like, these guys are really useless. Messi wasn't holding them back. But if it's a case where they lose, but they play well, they do well, they actually do look like an effective team, and especially guys like Griezmann and so forth actually amplify and now look a lot better, much more effective, and they play much better as a unit and so forth, then you'll be like, aha, even if they lose, you can now see what these guys did, because once you take a guy like Messi away, forget about the whole holding them back, you're talking about one of the most effective attacking weapons we've ever seen in the game. So we have to be real that once you take that away, it's going to be he's irreplaceable. Let's get real. Messi, what Messi does and provides is irreplaceable. So rather than whether it's a win or a loss, and whatever the loss is, it's how they play, the way they operate. So it is so. So the focus is not going to be on the result. The focus is going to be how they play. Because see, my thing is, um, because I remember I said this last summer, and many Barca fans agree. The best thing that could happen to Barcelona is for Messi to leave. And for me, as a football fan, I want to see that because I always want to see something new. If we've seen Messi, because that's why for me, I'm so excited because wow, what are PSG going to look like with Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, and Di Maria? As a football fan, that's orgasmic. That is freaking orgasmic. And just as a football connoisseur, I am curious to see how Barcelona now operates without Messi. Now, with Koeman, that now has greater agency because now Koeman has greater authority over the team. There isn't a superstar now. Because whenever you manage Barcelona, you always have to acquiesce to Messi. And you always have to make sure that, okay, Messi really, because he is so influential and so good, you have to always ensure that you fit him in. Now that you've now taken that thinking of Messi, Koeman, this is now fully your team now. Because there isn't that superstar that you have to now concrete behind. So I think that for Barcelona, of course they're going to suffer. Because now there's going to be massive pressure on Depay, Griezmann, Fati, and so forth. And if Aguero stays to supply those goals and be effective, So I think the key thing we have to look at here is the performance. That's the thing. It's what the performance is going to look like. Coutinho. I almost forgot Coutinho as well. Barcelona have good players. And that is why I am so excited for this, because now we're going to find the answer. Because some people will believe that you take away Messi, this team is going to crash and burn. They're just going to be garbage. But you say to yourself that, okay, once Messi now goes, the team has to play differently. They've got to operate differently, and people now have to have different roles. Because remember, I am really into football psychology and mentality. Because when Messi is there, you know that give him the ball. Because when you realize what a player can do on the ball, you're always thinking that, first of all, can I give Messi the ball? If I can't, okay, let me now do something else. But my first thought is, let me give Messi the ball. If Messi's free, let me give him the ball right now. And now maybe messes up your game. Whereas you see, Griezmann is used to, in France, we're a team and a unit. There isn't a one man that you give the ball to. In Atletico Madrid, we are one unit. There isn't a one man that you give the ball to. So now you now take Messi out of there. We're now a team. There isn't a guy that should always be given the ball because he's super amazing. Because Messi, you have to always give him the ball. Like what they did in 2006 with Zidane against Brazil. Because when a guy is so good and so influential and has such high ability, you have to always give him the ball. So it's going to be, I'm intrigued to see. It could be a disaster. It could be a freaking disaster, and Barcelona could lose to an even greater degree once they got there. Because remember, keep in mind, these clowns still have Longley and Piqué. They should be going head over shoulders to try to sign Laporte. That should be your priority. That let's go and sign Laporte because we need to improve our defense. Because the reason why we held 4, held 8, held another 4 is because we have a trash defense. Okay? We have a trash defense. So the defense needs to be sorted out. So before you go there, the defense has to be the main focus. So, I mean, we'll see. We will. I can't. And now, I can't wait to see. See, a lot of guys, I see mostly like Messi ultra fans. They're waiting to see where Messi goes and they'll go for. So they're like, oh my gosh, Barca finished. I can't wait for La Liga to start because La Liga right now is super exciting because I'm like, wow. So what does this mean for Atletico Madrid? What does it mean for Sevilla? What does that mean for Real Madrid now? Now, what would those El Clasico now mean? Because people say, oh, we now have Vinicius. We went from what's Cristiano and Messi to Vinicius and Memphis. Guys, relax. But yeah, it's exciting because I'm always for something new. I hate and I despise the same thing regurgitated again and again and again. So okay, Messi pass. So now, whoa, Messi at PSG. Now Barcelona without Messi. Oh wow, so how are Griezmann, Coutinho, Goodwait, Depay, Moriba, Fati, how this guy's now going to look? Now, how is Fati going to now operate? Because now Fati, you're not going to be giving greater agency. Pedri right now, you're going to not be given a greater role. So the younger guys like Ricky Puig, Pedri, Fati, Moriba, you're not going to more will now be required of you because these young guys no longer have is this big guy that we should all go at? No. Because I'm so Fati can look Griezmann in the eye. Fati can look Coutinho in the eye. He can't look Messi in the eye, but he can look at all those guys in the eye. So from Debo187 says, do you think this season's Champions League will be the most competitive it has been over the past 5 years? Even though City and PSG will be clear favorites, but as we saw last year with Chelsea, to never assume. Because although we can diss Ole, with Pogba looking like he's slaying, I see United as a big threat in the UCL. And Liverpool will be back too, and Bayern will be there too. And of course, Chelsea. And in your opinion, how shocked would it be if Serie or La Liga team managed to win the UCL this season? So that's off in there. As much as I believe that Messi going to PSG is not going to assure you of a UCL, I think that's going to be a very tricky team to play. And I think that's like PSG could mesmerize guys in the group stages. Like it could get ugly. If Messi's in the team and Pochettino gets the balance and the tactics right, which I question because Pochettino is a break, it could get ugly. It could get ugly. But I do think that I'm not sure about whether it's going to be this much more competitive, because if you now say Messi now leaves Barcelona now, Inter have been greatly weakened. Lukaku is about to leave, Lautaro might leave, Hakim has left, Conte has left. Barcelona, they've now lost Messi. Juventus, Cristiano is a lot older. They've not brought any new guys. They're still struggling to get to Locatelli. So I still believe that guys like Bayern, Chelsea, City, obviously PSG, with or without Messi, are still going to be the main dogs. For United, I just don't trust Ole. United have a talented team. And I think Sancho is a great addition. But under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I just do not know how much faith I can have in that dude, man. So I don't see it being that much more competitive. And how shocked would I be if you're La Liga? Impossible. Like it is, the winner is going to be between Bayern, Man City, PSG, Chelsea, and Liverpool. I think the winner will come out of those 5 teams. So Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Bayern, PSG. The winner will be those 5. Nobody out of those 5 teams. It is pretty much impossible for a La Liga or a Serie A team to win it. It's impossible. Impossible. I think Barca without Messi, take them out of it. Real Madrid without Ramos and Varane, and they're not going to get an Mbappe, you can take them out of it. Juventus, who have you bought? If you're relying on Cristiano and Chiesa, even as good as Allegri is, I'm sorry, I can't take them seriously. Milan is the first time that they're here, like in almost a decade or so forth. And for United, as good as they may be, it's the manager. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer simply isn't cut to be able to hang with a Nagelsmann, an Allegri, a Pep, or with the talent of a PSG, and he cannot hang with the club. So let's keep it real. So final question before I take the questions from the live chat. From La Bestia Negra, who says, HH, do you think that the mindsets of players have changed regarding their aspirations? I think the players don't give an F about the Farmers League or Plastic Club narrative. To me, players want individual awards, trophies, whatever they are, personal stats, money, and UCL contention. One of the biggest signs of that happened this summer. Donnarumma, Italy's #1, played for his boyhood club Milan, was their captain. They came back to the CL after 7 years at one of the most historic clubs ever. Plus, Italians are notorious for rarely leaving Italy. And yet he joined the biggest mercenary club in the world, in by far the least watched top 5 leagues, where he might not even start. Because in my opinion, Navas is better than him. Because Donnarumma abilities was with his feet are dreadful. But that's besides the point. This that transfer pretty much confirmed to me that players don't give an F about the league they play in as long as they can get the stuff I listed up earlier. Your opinion is clear that loyalty in club football doesn't exist. But is it even further than that players are only loyal to UCL and money? And things have changed. This isn't like the 80s or the 90s or things anymore where guys really took pride in loyalty, 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 loyalty. Farmers League, no one gives a damn. Players are earning, because remember back in the day, like if you go back to the 80s or 90s, players got like a few £100 a week. So because you got such a low wage and money, and you just had just enough money to cover rent and bills and living, you took pride in who you played for. You took pride in being loyal to a club. Once you now reach a stage where you are now earning hundreds of thousands a week, incredible amounts of cash. In your opinion, you're like, hey man, who gives a damn about loyalty? Because back then, because you're not earning that much money, all you had was loyalty. But now that you're earning money that can drastically change your life, who gives a crap where you go? So for a Donnarumma, he's like, why should I stay at AC Milan when I can go to PSG, be guaranteed in the UCL every single year, and get paid 3, 4, 5 times as much? Like club loyalty doesn't mean anything to players right now because there's too much money to be had. And even people said, oh, look at Messi now going to a Farmers League or so forth. You see, there's a difference between Neymar and Messi. From Neymar's point of view, he was going there to win the Champions League. And Ubrit was just training to win the Champions League. Let's just stack up on these trophies, but my main aim is to win the Champions League. From Messi's point of view, is I've won the Champions League, 3, 4 times now. I've won the treble twice. I have completed club football. So for Messi, I'm just having fun. So this whole, because people say, oh, I think because Vilton said, oh, does Messi have his legacy now by going to a Farmers League and Uber? It's like, no, his legacy is already set. So for Messi, I'm about having fun. He's just here to have fun, enjoy himself, and freaking start pad. Hence why he'll probably even think about going into the MLS because it's just about having fun. So the game has changed. The game has completely changed. It is no longer about how loyal you are and sticking to a club and having integrity and so forth. Morals and ethics, that goes straight out the window. Right now, the focus right now is, hey man, I'm having my fun. I'm having my fun. I want to start pad. I want to do my thing. And let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Most of the kids that consume this stuff in a major way, do you think they give a damn that Neymar and Mbappe play in Uber Eats? No. Like maybe I do. Maybe I care about Dot. Do you think the kids care about Dot? The kids don't really give a crap about Dot. All they care about is who's won the Ballon d'Or, how many goals did Neymar and Mbappe get, and what does their YouTube compilation look like? What moves have they done? Like once Messi now goes, do you think they'll say, oh well, Messi did that in an easy? No, they want to now see Messi rip it up. They'll see Messi rip it up and have fun. People just want to be entertained. People just want to be happy. Like people don't care about integrity or doing things the right way. People just want to be freaking happy. That is all what people want. So guys, send in your questions via the live chat, man. Guys, remember, man, join me. Follow me on Half Hope Hot. That's my Twitter handle. Instagram at the Half Hope. And to support your boy and to get that content crack, patreon.com/Half Hope. Become a patron member. Support your boy HH and get access to that extra amazing, beautiful content crack, man. So guys, send your questions away. Send your questions away. Send your questions at me. So from your boy John Green, who says, if Pep gets Kane and beats this team, it's a dud. Is it dud? Because yes, this team is stacked, but De Bruyne, Silva, Rodri, Foden, but what's the most key? Pep. They have Pep. And as long as they have Pep Guardiola, anything is possible. So my thing is, if PSG were to face City, and City now have Kane, and City beats PSG, I wouldn't be shocked. Because who has the better manager? Football is not about the players you have. Yeah, that matters to a degree. It's who is the manager, who is the coach, who is the Geppetto, who is the puppeteer. Pep is 6'5", 8 times the manager that Pochettino is. And we saw that last year in how he easily handled him. So the way he easily handled him showed me that, oh, no. If City were to face PSG now, of course, PSG now would have an extra freaking nuke in a Messi. But if City were to face PSG, even with Messi, I would still take City. Because I don't trust Pochettino, even with all these players, because it's freaking Pochettino. He's trash. Whereas for Pep Guardiola, I clown him and so forth, call him Guardiola. Pep is an amazing coach. So I would definitely take Pep and Man City in a game over your boys, PSG. From Abracadabra, think of the Abracadabra. Abracadabra says, Goatweight wants the number 10. If he wins the CL, dud. Give it to him. He is called Goatweight. So my thing is that if he wants the number 10, give it to him. Like, why shouldn't Goatweight get the number 10 jersey? Messi has left. And also, I think it's an interesting because I saw people talk about how the number 10 jersey should be retired. No, sorry. No, you see, I think they retired Maradona's jersey at Napoli. And you see, it makes more sense to retire Maradona's jersey than Messi's jersey. Because what Maradona did was something unique for Napoli. As great as Messi has been, superb as Messi has been, the greatest Barcelona player of all time, he's not done anything unique. Because, okay, you won the Champions League. So did Ronaldinho. So did the what was it called? Guardiola Romario era. So the trophies you've won with Barcelona have been done with previous players. Maradona helped Napoli win the Scudetto twice, something that they've never ever done. So he did something that was particularly unique based on his presence. So it makes more sense to say, no, Maradona could have retire that thing because he gave us something special. But Messi has not something special. And let's be real. I know Messi is a great. See, we'll never see someone as consistent as Messi ever in the sport. And Barca will never see someone as consistent as them. But you will see another great player. There will be another great player who will be great in a different sense. They will, again, that's the key. They will never be as consistent. But maybe for 2-3 years, they will just do some outstanding things that we've never really seen a player do and score some goals that we've never even seen before and just do some moves and just impact the game in a crazy way for 2-3 amazing years. So the number 10 jersey must always be friend. I think for now, go to it, should have it. From your boy Zorteng TV, man, thank you for the dog, Zorteng TV. Zorteng TV says, Van der Sar, Neville, Vidic, Rio, Evra scores, Carrick, Giggs, Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez. One of the greatest teams ever assembled. Zorteng TV, are you on crack? You see, the word great gets thrown around too much. That is a very good team. It is a very, very good team. And Tevez was money at that time. Scholes was money at that time. And it was a very good team. But see, that team was a great league team. You see, a great team is MSN. Because that has to be one of the greatest single seasons I've ever seen. A great team were the Bayern 2020 team. One of the greatest teams we've ever seen. A great team is the Real Madrid three-peats. The guys who won the Champions League. So let's keep it real. Winning the Champions League is greater and more respected than winning any league. I told you, it goes Champions League, Then all the other trophies. The Champions League, that is the number one trophy. That's why Chelsea, the UCL winners. So that United team that you see there, I think they only got one UCL. They got one UCL. And that team who then faced, in on and whether they faced Barcelona, they got handled. They got handled. See, they would only be a great team if, let's say, they won a treble or they defended their title multiple times. And you see, my thing, not all treble teams are great. I would call great. That Inter Milan 2010 team, I would call a very good team. The 99 United treble winning team, I'll call them a very good team. The greats, 2015 MSN, 2013 Bayern, 2020 Bayern. For me, those 2020 Bayern and the Real Madrid three-peats. For me, those are in my opinion, the great teams that I've seen. Now you may argue Ajax 95 for what they did, but those are the truly great teams because they had either an exceptional season or they had an exceptional run. So that's pretty much how I equate to guys who are great. From your boy Suleiman, who says, I sent in the question to the HOTS on Wednesday. Oh, Suleiman, what was your question? I may have missed it, bro. I'll try and get to the thing. What was your question? Send me the live show. What was your question? MT says, Messi is Pep and Neymar's daddy. Neymar equals fraud. But Pep didn't recruit Messi. So the Pep narrative is halted. You know, we can now put a halt on the Pep narrative, because people can now say that, wait a minute, you know what? Pep Guardiola, he didn't get Messi. Because if Pep had gotten Messi, then he's screwed. Now Neymar is screwed. Because we can definitely play into the Neymar narrative of, so you always needed Messi. We can always play the whole thing of you always needed Messi. So Pep is fine with it until he wins the Champions League. Until Pep wins the Champions League without Messi, yes, Messi still is biological father. But we can now fully accept and fully determine that, yes, the biological father of Neymar is Messi. From your boy, what I was going to say, you bypassed mine and Suleiman's questions. Bro, I could only pick particular questions, bro. I couldn't pick all the questions. I told you, I got sent about 20, 30 questions. I got 20, 30 questions, so I couldn't pick all the questions, man. So, which players would have been world class if it wasn't for injuries at the Margate Macaroons? Oh, yes, I remember this one. Would have been world class if it wasn't for injuries. I think no, Macaroons for sure. For sure. Some may argue Santi Cazorla. Santi Cazorla could have been world class. And Santi Cazorla, I think if he didn't get those kind of horrible injuries he got that persisted with him, he could have been world class. He could have definitely been world class for sure. For sure. For sure. Obviously, and no, Macaroons, I said again, like, at a point, Macaroons was the best attacking midfielder in the world. In terms of a guy who was able to bring the ball from midfield, Macaroons was the best attacking midfielder in the world. So, Ruiz for sure. I would even argue Gundogan as well, because Gundogan had a lot of injuries. He had a lot of injuries that has held him back. So, Gundogan is another dude. Because you hope that the same thing doesn't happen to Fatis. I'll say Cazorla, Gundogan, Ruiz for sure. I think Ruiz is at the top of that list. I'm just trying to think. Now, not maybe world class. I thought it'd been very good. Diaby, Arsenal's player Diaby. He was a very, very good midfielder, a very effective midfielder. But that guy just had injury upon injury upon injury, man. Let's see what I say, man. So send in those cues, guys. Send in those cues. Do you think Man City will win the Champions League one day? Um, yes, I do. I do. I do. I think when you knock on the door for so much, I think you can. Um, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they were to win it this year because they would have known. Because it is similar, not the same, but it is similar to what happened with Bayern in 2012. So back in 2012, Bayern were like, wait a minute, we know how good we are. We just beat Real Madrid in the semis, and we are playing at home. And they knew that they were the much better team than Chelsea. And they outplayed Chelsea for the whole game. They outplayed them. So them losing that game, a game that they were strong favorites against, they were like, oh, no, 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 no. So they had a fire in their belly during like the summer to really say, no, no, we have to right this wrong because we know that we are better than these freaking guys. I want to come in and say what's up. See, for City, it's slightly different. They will feel the hot that we were the favorites, but they didn't play well. Like they didn't out. Like Chelsea, I think outplayed City. Like Chelsea tactically figured out City, but let's keep it real. Chelsea survived, and we're surviving against Bayern Munich. You know, and they were about to lose, but Drogba said, "What's up with the most clutch goal of all time?" So it's very much a case of it's very much a case of I do think that City will be extra determined, and who knows, maybe the introduction of Grealish and Kane can help just to give them that spice. But I think they will win. I think they will win. Like when you come so close, it would. But as long as they have Pep, like I will be shocked if Pep never wins the UCL with Man City. Man, I'll be shocked. What are your thoughts on Arsenal this season? Any hope? You see, the thing with Arsenal is very simple. And I've got to keep it. I've got to keep it as a stack. They have a brick manager. Well, not a brick manager, but Arsenal are not going to get anywhere real with Arteta. Like the job is too big for Arteta. Arteta is a good coach, but I think Arsenal need someone much more experienced. And because he has a lack of experience, if players are sort of underperforming like an Aubameyang or so forth, he does not know what to do. An experienced manager has the experience of dealing with players not performing well, dealing with players who are out of form, dealing with and an experienced manager that knows how to turn losses into wins, draws into wins. Arteta is still at the stage of, oh, if we play well, we're all good. But do you now know how to turn a bad performance into a win and just able to squeeze out wins? He does not have that. I think for Arsenal, they need that. They just need a manager who can really help to manage them and help them to really be crafty and clever in winning games. The very fact that Leicester City and Villa finished above Arsenal is embarrassing. That is embarrassing because these teams are way inferior to Arsenal. So that just shows you why Arteta is out of his depth because there is no reason whatsoever that over 38 games, Leicester City should perform better than Arsenal. So I think Arsenal will do fine. They'll do decent. I think if they get James Maddison, this will help their attack. I think Ben White is good to offer some good defensive structure and consistency. But I think for them, their ceiling is sixth. I can't see them finishing above sixth. I just think the issue is Arteta. All right, where we at? Let's see. Do you think Atleti have any chance of winning the Champions League? Yes, they have a chance. What is their chance? You know what? I think they have a pretty good. Because let's think about this right now. The only kind of superstar team you would say is PSG, who have the cost of LSG. And even if Messi joins PSG, we don't know how good they're going to be. Let's see what Nagelsmann does with Bayern. And let's see whether that's a good fit. Because it's a question whether that's going to be a good fit. City are there, but City aren't MSN. City aren't the Modric, Cristiano, Zidane era Real Madrid. City aren't like the or like the Barca 018. So there isn't a team to really be feared. Because the team that would be feared is if Messi joins PSG. But the thing about that is that they've got Pochettino. So they can have all the best players in the world. So for Atletico Madrid, if the Paul fits in well, and they can still get some good quality from the Cannibal, Atletico have every chance. I think for Atletico, their focus was on La Liga. That's why they maybe took their eye off the ball against Chelsea. Because for me, I think last season for Atletico, the Champions League was an inconvenience and a distraction. Because we were so far ahead in La Liga, and we have a much greater chance of winning the league than winning the Champions League. I think their focus was on the league. Right now, let's see whether they can now battle on both fronts. But I think no, they have a good chance. They have a very good chance, but it just depends on their focus, man. As in, it just depends on their focus. Let's see what else you guys saying. Do you think Tottenham will win a trophy this century? Bro, man, that's harsh, man. That's harsh. Tottenham will win a trophy this century. This century. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. Because you said a trophy. Will they win the Champions League this century? No. Will they win the Premier League this century? No. But will they win a trophy this century? That's any trophy. Conference League, Europa League, FA Cup, Papa John's Cup. Yes, they will. Will they do so this season? No. I don't think that they will do so this season, man. No. All right. All right. Let's see. What are we doing? Okay. Let me. I think I'm missing on. So I remember sending. I'm trying to get onto your cues, guys. Oh wow. Hey, from Roman Abramovich. Woo! You asked, so Roman Abramovich says, and guys, I think this might be the real Roman. Bram, what up, baby? Bram, drop the Bram. So Bram says, you asked for a striker, I'm getting you one. Bram, I thank you. Now, Bram, I did ask for Haaland. Bram, I asked for Haaland, and I've been calling you time after time after time, and I specifically asked for Haaland. So it is what it is, beggars can't be choosers. Roman, I thank you for getting me Lukaku. Thank you. But Bram, can I just ask one teeny little bitty thing? If there is somehow, some way, you can maybe come in for either it's something that you can come in for your boy Messi. Because Bram, nothing's confirmed. Because who knows? This deal could break down. This deal could still potentially break down. So Bram, if there's any way, you can still in like the thief. Because I remember, guys, I was reading stories that said that Abramovich said that Chelsea wants a meeting. That they want a meeting with Messi's representatives. So all I'm saying is, look, man, where there's a will, there's a way. Where there is a will, there is always a way. All right? Where there's a will, there's a way. From Makina Manaka. Thank you, bro. From South Africa, want to join the Hangouts. Please, #Africa. Makina, everybody's welcome to the Hangouts. It's very simple. Hangouts happen at 10:30 British summer time every Saturday. All you need to do is follow me on. You don't even follow me on my Twitter profile. I post the link. I post the link on my Twitter profile, and all you need to do is just click the link that I post on my Twitter profile. Once you do that, it's as simple as pecan pie. Simple as pecan pie. So simple as that. So what else are you guys saying, man? Can Milan go one step further and win the Scudetto this season? Can you win the Scudetto this season? Allegri's back. And I think for me, you can instantly forget it. Especially if Inter lose, Lukaku forget it. So I think it's going to be between Milan and Juventus, I believe. But my money will be on Juventus to win it back because of Allegri. Kept Cristiano, Chiesa is going crazy. I would say Allegri because I just feel that Milan. I'm not sure that they'll be able to last the distance. Because see, if Milan had gotten Ziyech or gotten a very good player, then maybe. I just don't think they've made enough interesting signings for me to really say what's up. That's a crazy one. I know you hate American football. I don't hate American football. I don't hate it. I mean, I do something watch it. I'm not a fan of it. I don't hate it. If you had to choose a team, I would probably choose the Miami Dolphins because I love Miami because of the one there. You know what I'm saying? So, and also the reason why is then because one of my favorite comedies of all time is Ace Ventura. Both of them. But in Ace Ventura, the first film, it's centered around the Miami Dolphins. So I think because it's centered around the Miami Dolphins and my favorite films, because of Ace Ventura. So yeah, my Miami Dolphins, man, are my guys, man. So, but I do like what's the name of that guy? Is it Ray Allen? I don't know who this Ray Allen. Like that's the defensive guy. Like, is it the Ravens? I like them as well. I also like the Ravens as well, and I like their vibe. Do you think anything else interesting will happen in this transfer window? There was a report. But it's not been carried by many guys. So, but there was a report that said, coming like this. There was a report that said Messi is going to leave PSG in the next few weeks. Now, I don't know how much we can trust this report. I don't know how much validity we could give into it, but yeah, there was a report that said, we want to say what's up. That there is this belief or this thought that which we call that Messi wants to leave, like Mbappe wants to leave in the next few weeks. Let's see. If we have a summer where Messi joins PSG and Mbappe joins Real Madrid, I think this will be the craziest summer. I don't think so. I think this is the move. Then we have to wait for. I think this is the move because there's a report that I said, Mbappe is going to leave the next week. Then there was another report that he actually saw Mbappe liked a post that said that Messi was thinking of joining PSG. So there's so many different conflicting reports and so forth. But for me, I still believe that Mbappe should leave, man. Honestly speaking. I think we got another dub here. From your boy, Mr. Mansman. Mr. Man says, HH, have you ever Oh God. Oh, Mr. Mans, man. Ugh. So Mr. Man says, Hajit, have you ever watched a game of women's football? I have. The only game of women's football that I have seen was the last World Cup. Because I said, you know what, because Nigeria were there, let me sit down and watch some women's football. And here's the thing, man. I respect women's football. In fact, I respect the heck out of women's football. I fully respect it totally. It's just not for me. And I think that it's just a different sport. Because I can't look at women. You see, I cannot analyze women's football the way I analyze men's football. I can't do it. I can't do it. So when people say, "Oh, yeah, what do you think about Callie Lloyd?" Alex Scott, I have you're asking the wrong dude. So I don't want to be rude or insulting. So I just said, you know what? Because what's the saying? If you've got nothing good to say nothing at all. So for me, I just say, look, I respect what they do, and women should be allowed to play football, and it's all good. Don't come to me for any women's football analysis because it's just not my thing. It's not my thing. So, because I only watched the World Cup because I was supporting Nigeria. So I went to watch Nigeria and I was like, you know what? Let me watch Nigeria. Let me just watch the other guys. I'm like, it has improved a lot from when I was back in 19, it was gutter trash. It was garbage. So it's improved a lot now. But for me, it's not the same, bro. It's stuff is not the same, man. Stuff is not the same. So come on, man. All right, what else is it? But shout out to Canada. Shout out to Canada for getting the gold, man. Shout out to your Canada people. HH, do you want Messi in Chelsea's team? Why would I not want Messi in Chelsea's team? So that's even a better question. Why would I not want him at Chelsea? He is still arguably the best player in the world. So why wouldn't I want the best player in the world at Chelsea? And if Messi comes in, he displaces anybody. I don't give a damn what Mount, Ziyech, obviously, I think for me, Havertz is the only guy who he has to play. Oh my gosh, Werner, Mount, Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, sidestep. Take a freaking sidestep away. So yeah, Messi at Chelsea would be freaking amazing. Now, I still believe that Chelsea needed a striker. But if Chelsea can get Messi, bro, you're talking about a goal-scoring behemoth. So why the hell would I not want him around them? Come on, man. From your boy Abracadabra, man. Thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub, Abracadabra. Thank you for the dub. He says, HH, pop those bottles down. It's official in Qatar. It will be announced Tuesday. I can't wait until PSG give teams baptisms, especially Chelsea. So is it confirmed? Because there's a report that said that the Eiffel Tower has been booked for Tuesday. They said that the Eiffel Tower has been booked for Tuesday. They said that the last time that they booked the Eiffel Tower was when they revealed Neymar. So I mean, look, we're definitely going to live stream that, man. That's going to be a full-on live stream for that unveiling, man. So because that's going to. I mean, we have to just wait and see, man. Okay, let me see whether Fabrizio has said anything new. So Fabrizio, nothing new, nothing. Let's see what Gets French Football News are saying. Yeah, nothing new. Okay, so well, obviously, if it's coming from look, I mean, it's looking like it's real. It's looking like it's real, man. It's looking like it's real. It's looking like I mean, I will only believe it when I see it. Until I see Messi in a PSG jersey and he fully signs, I will still refuse to believe that he has left Barcelona. I will still refuse to believe. Because this is what I told you. ESPN FC, they asked all of the analysts that do you still think Messi will be in a Barcelona jersey? And each and every one of them, they said yes. We believe that he's still going to be in a Barca jersey. From your boy, YSK Jackson, HH, DM the link, bro. I got a Diego conspiracy theory. All right. What's this conspiracy theory? Oh, whoa. Well, okay. I hope your conspiracy theory isn't what I think it is, bro. Okay. Oh, there's no kind of some kind of a witchcraft kind of thing, bro. Um, let's see. Let's see. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? J.K. Jackson. There we go. There's the boy. Um. All right. The link is there, bro. The link is there. The link is there, man. Um. What do you think UE will do next season? How far will they go in the UCL? What will they do in the Serie? I think the Serie is going to be super competitive next season. I'm not. I mean, Mourinho is exciting, but I'm not really too sold on what Mourinho can do with Roma. For me, Inter. See, it depends. If Inter lose Lukaku, I think it's going to be a two-horse race between Milan and Juventus. But I do feel that Juve will win it. My pick is for Juve, based on just how Inter have gotten screwed over. UCL, I'm thinking quarters max. I don't think they can get past the quarters because I think if Juve meets a Man City, a Bayern, a PSG, a Liverpool, even a Chelsea, they're not going to beat them. Now, if they get frustrated with the draw, maybe. But the fact that they couldn't get past FC Porto, they're not recruited. They're not recruited, and I think it's going to be the same old story of where they're going to be overly reliant on Cristiano and Chiesa. Because all Juve have is Cristiano and Chiesa. Because you can't trust Morata. As we see, Morata is not a guy that they can really trust as a main top striker. So Juve's recruitment hasn't been very good. I mean, okay, yeah, Chiellini signed a extension, which is great because he's still a quality defender. But where's your other attacker? Where's your central midfielder? Where's your attacking right guy? Like guys like Quadrado, Benedeschi, these guys, there's a lot of mileage on their legs. So quarters marked in the UCL, but I do think they will win the Serie. All right. Let's see. Who was a better player, Mahrez when he was at Leicester City, or Coutinho when he was at Liverpool? Mahrez, easily. I've never rated Coutinho that highly. Coutinho played like maybe he'd be good for like 6, 7, 8 games, and that was it. Mahrez literally, I remember Mahrez had dot. Mahrez did dot. Like Mahrez was instrumental in Leicester City winning the league. What did Coutinho achieve at Liverpool? He did not achieve anything. Mahrez achieved. He was a very important part of the league title. But just as a player, aesthetically, Mahrez just did more and he produced more. He was much more dangerous for me. All right, Wisekin man, what is your theory, bro? Hit it.
So, you're aware of what happened in '94, right, with Diego, with the whole scandal. Yeah. So, I watched this thing on Amazon Prime, right? It was a documentary on his career, basically. And see, I did my uni dissertation on like what is it? Sports. Was it enhancing drugs in sports? So I had to
wait. You can't remember what you did your dissertation on?
Yeah, I know, bro. It's long. Okay, pause. Shit, you're throwing me off now. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yes. So I did it on enhancement drugs, and steroids and all that in sports. So covering Diego was like a main part of it. So it was like a main case study. And when I watched that documentary, right, it stated in there that Diego actually at one point came out and said that FIFA provided him with the drugs that would allow, because he was unfit at that time. Because remember, he came back from a 15-month ban for cocaine abuse. FIFA gave him the drugs to make sure he loses weight and gets in peak condition for the World Cup, because it was too damaging from a commercial point of view to lose at that moment in time their biggest star. And the strange thing is, in the actual hearing before the judgment was made on Diego, it was that part was never mentioned. It was, once Diego mentioned it, it was just scrapped off. So FIFA never came out and said this and this and that. And the other thing was, the president at that time was slept. What's his name? Your boy Blatter. So that guy is known for doing some shady stuff, as we all know. He's serving time. He's dropping the soap right now as we speak. So what do you think of that? What do you think FIFA was involved in any way?
Oh, I mean, in the whole drug thing with Messi. Oh, so wait, with Maradona.
Yeah.
Because I think
because I don't know if you've
Amazon
already
is the
heard.
one that I actually saw in the cinema. I think I saw that same one in the cinema. Is it the one where it charts his time in Napoli and so forth?
Yeah. Mainly it was
ABC, I saw it in the cinema. See, my thing is FIFA are shady. FIFA are very shady because like even as well, like FIFA, they wanted to engineer Messi to win that 2014 World Cup. Like that's what they wanted. Hence why it was already dead set that they already were going to give him player of the tournament, the World Cup, and was christening him that, but Germany just effed everything up. I wouldn't put it past FIFA, man. I mean, it's a crazy theory, man, but I wouldn't put it past FIFA.
Because it came out of Diego's mouth. It came out of his mouth, so he said it, and it was never touched up on the actual hearing or anything, which is bizarre because that's a serious allegation.
So basically, saying that he says or he claims that FIFA gave him drugs in order for him to be fit for the 1990. Was it the 1990 or the 94?
94 because he
the 90. Okay.
Yeah, because he that's when he he failed one drug test and then he failed a second one before the game against Romania where they lost. But the thing was,
why did they give him cocaine? There are many better drugs to use.
No. See, the cocaine thing was
bro.
No. See, that's wrong because the 94 thing wasn't about cocaine. Cocaine was the before that, where they gave him a 15-month ban.
Oh, this is a performance enhancing thing.
Yeah, this was different. This was serious, like because it helped him lose 15 pounds to get fit into the tournament because he was completely unfit. And then the first thing he came out and said was it was actually FIFA who gave him the drugs, so and they want to keep on the D-low, and they wanted because they wanted him to play in the tournament, but it was never touched upon, which was weird.
I mean, basically, for me, it's like then you have to not try. Basically, that's going to be very hard to prove.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because it's one man's word against like a flipping institution, and I think it's not only one man's word against institution; it's a man's word who sadly isn't here.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing with the whole JFK thing, where before anybody could interview Lee Harvey Oswald, he got killed. But if Lee Harvey Oswald was alive, then he could be like, "Oh, bro, this guy met this guy." So if Maradona was still around and people wanted to look into it, Maradona would say, "Oh, this guy, I met this guy here and this guy here, and this is a witness here, blah, blah, blah." Then you can now corroborate. But now that he's not there, I can't really give any names. But if it came out and it was true that FIFA did it, I'm like, I wouldn't be that surprised.
Exactly, because it's your boy slept. So,
but are you disappointed that Messi didn't come to the Trafford that is old?
Is he at PSG? I'm pretty sure he hasn't even landed for a step foot in France.
Okay, so do you see? I still don't believe this deal is going to go through. Like, I don't care what's freaking gets.
Bro, it's gonna,
I still don't believe this deal is going to. Because I cannot fathom that Messi has not only left Barcelona, he's going to be a PSG player.
No, I can't fathom that he wanted to stay and then somehow he's end up leaving. That's what I can't fathom. Nah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go to He's gonna get unveiled at the tower as well, like right at the top. Did they unveiled Neymar at the tower.
I can't even remember how they revealed him because people said, "Oh, the last time that they've booked the Eiffel Tower was when they revealed Neymar."
I thought it was when they gave the Ballon d'Or to Cristiano. That was because they had him on the Eiffel Tower and then they like panned into him holding the Ballon d'Or. It's just a weird scene. But bro, it's gonna happen. I want it to happen, bro. I actually want it to happen because it will finally shut those fanboys up that says, "Oh, how Messi wouldn't have performed in other leagues and shit." So it would.
Well, no. See, no. That argument is specifically for, let's say, Premier League, Serie, specifically Premier League, because people can say no, because let's keep it real. He's gonna baptize Uber Eats, although, as people have said, the French league has been doing a little bit better over the last few seasons, and I think because I think a French journalist said, no, this is not going to be it because the French league is more physical. It is a lot more physical. So how
than
many
what
deals with
than what
the
the
greater
Prem?
physicality as opposed to La Liga, which is less physical?
Wait, did you say it's more physical than the Prem or La Liga?
It's more physical than La Liga.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like it's not more physical. Look,
Yeah, because La
Premier
Liga
League,
is
you
more
have guys
technical.
from
Yeah.
the pub and from the East End who nail their soul. So Premier League, you have thugs
No,
and
no,
guys
but
in.
the whole thing about him not performing in the Prem is just is bullshit. Because we've seen him lubricate teams in the Champions League, like the best teams from the Prem. We've seen him annihilate them in the Champions League.
Half up. If he comes to the Premier League, do you think Iwobi will show him up? What's look, leave my Niger guy alone. Okay, leave my Niger. Like I said, if Messi, like I have never ever I've never really bought into that whole notion of like Messi can't do it in another league. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard for in my life. Like, first of all, the fact that David Silva was one of the best Premier League players already stumps that. Like David Silva just came straight from Valencia, and he was already one of the best players in the Premier League. So anyone that says, "Oh, how did he do in the Premier League?" is look at David Silva. Look at
I
what
mean,
David
bro,
Silva is doing.
the amount of times this guy has destroyed Premier League teams, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even a. I mean, how's that even a question, bro?
No. The guy would just and what I always say to people is like it goes back to like if you think about it in a logical sense, over the past 10 years, La Liga teams have performed better than any other league in both the Champions League and Europa League. So once we've had La Liga against Serie, against Bundesliga, against Uber Eats, against Premier League, La Liga has done better than all of them for the past 10 years. So if he performs and can drop 50 in La Liga, which has done better than any other leagues, logic will state that he will do the same, if not better, in other leagues. So where
Yeah,
does that
see, it's
sort
not.
of
See,
notion come from?
the thing is, like, it's not even like, oh, could he perform against City or United or Chelsea? It's everyone's referring to Stoke. Like, this
No,
guy
look,
would
man, a rainy
levitate.
night on
No,
Stoke
no,
on
no, no,
January
no,
is
no,
dodgy.
no, no. I'm sorry.
All right, let's go, guys. So, who is more clutch, Etso or Drogba? I think Drogba had the most clutch moments, but Etso had more clutch moments. Plus, he prevented Arsenal from lifting the UCL. Who is more clutch? Like for me, I will happily say that Etso is overall the better striker, but who is more clutch? You may, I mean, it's difficult because Drogba's record is pretty damn good. I would probably argue that. You see, my thing is that even when you look at those two finals that Eto scored in, neither of those goals were as clutch as Drogba's goal. You know, like those goals were important goals because they changed the course of the game. You know, like the 1-0 to United changed the course of the game when United were actually playing well. The 1-1 helped get Barcelona really back into the game where it looked to if the game was slipping when Dinier was doing a disaster class. But Drogba was like, bro, like you are the weaker team. You're getting pimp slapped, and he managed to find a way of getting a freaking equalizer against Bayern in Bayern. I look at Drogba's multiple goals in finals. So I would still say that Drogba is more clutch, but Eto is a top 10 striker of all time. Some even say top 5, but he's easily minimum top 10 striker all time. And Drogba isn't a top 10 of all time. What say you, Wise Guy?
No, it's definitely interesting because I think Eto had the overall better career, but I don't think what did he do in the 2010 final? I think because it was Milito that actually scored the winning goals, right?
Yeah. Milito scored
Yeah,
both
see,
goals.
no,
I mean,
see,
Eto scored the winning goal against Chelsea. I think it was in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, but Drogba's got that G in the final, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's an iconic, you know what I mean? So I say Drogba. And not it's not just because of that. He's had a lot more clutch moments, especially in the in domestically speaking as well. So I say Drogba.
Um, your opinion on Messi getting his hands on breast and ass in the Uber Eats? You see, here's the thing. Do you know?
Literally
Here's my
and
theory.
figuratively. Literally and
Here's my
figuratively.
yeah, no, no, no. See. No. Yeah, literally, yeah. Let me see. Here's my theory. I believe that Messi, Messi is so angry with how Barca did this, combined with getting that massive weight off his shoulder of winning the Copa America. He's like, I want to have some fun. So him choosing PSG is, you know what? Let me just go here and just ball out. Let me go here and just ball out and just go crazy and just go absolutely crazy and insane.
Oh, so
So
you think he's going in for a vacay?
yes. Do you
Wow.
think okay? Do you really think that Messi is going there because I really want to win these guys the Champions League and so forth? Like you see, everything changed after Copa America. Before Copa America, he was like, I need to win these Champions Leagues to offset this whole cloud over my shoulder that hey man, you're not as good as Maradona. Hey man, you never gave Argentina a trophy, blah blah blah. So the Champions League was always like therapy for him and therapeutic. Once he now won that thing for Argentina and the Copa America, is like, oh bro, I can relax now. So now he is not that bothered about I need to win another Champions League. Oh, I've won more than enough. Anything's extra, boom. So now it's like, let's can we now get this World Cup in Infinity Stone? So 100%. That's why like Neymar says, "Oh my, do you want the number 10 jersey?" Messi's like, "No, I'm here for fun. Give me the number 19 jersey, the jersey that I won."
Neymar is the biggest side chick I've ever actually seen like in football,
Look,
bro. He's the
bro,
biggest side chick
we're
I've
gonna
ever seen, bro.
we're gonna rip him up on Sunday, bro.
I'm sorry,
Like,
but
because
that is
Neymar
shameful.
has you
That is
see he's
shameful.
exposed himself because you were the guy. Apparently, they say this guy was walking 24/7 to try and engineer this thing, and now you offered your own number 10 jersey. He's exposed himself, and we now know that he's now proven himself to be the fraud that we always knew. We always knew this guy was a fraud. But my thing though is, yeah, the fact that Messi has said, "Look, chill. All I want is the freaking number 19 jersey." I'm all good with that. I'm cool. He is going there to chill. Hence why PSG are not winning the Champions League. Because Messi's like, bro, I'm like, relax. Like it's a holiday camp. And Messi's like, even if we don't win, who cares? you know? Because see, with Neymar was brought in because no, we need you. It's funny how this has worked out. Neymar was brought in for the very thing of this is the superstar that we believe is going to help us conquer Europe. Messi is brought in a weird kind of afterthought thing because 2 days ago, PSG didn't have Messi in their sights. Knowing this is because, oh, he's going to sign a new contract, so let's now nail down on Mbappe and so forth. This just came out of, like, they only started negotiations yesterday. So this really is, oh, Messi available. Oh, let's get it. This isn't like, oh, we've been working for months in trying to get Messi because really this is going to be the guy that will help us win the UCL. This is just an out of nowhere signing that, oh, you can get Messi. Let's bring him in. Shirt
So so
sales,
so
marketing. Let's pop off.
so basically, Neymar just activated his forfeit clause and just said screw it, and basically just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, no, look, see, I think for Neymar and so forth, that whole thing of Dodd, Sidechick, and so forth, I think in his mind he couldn't give a damn. He couldn't. He couldn't give a damn. I think for him, he's past it. He's past
See,
it.
that's why I think Mbappe is screwed as well
How so?
because, bro, the influence that Neymar is gonna have of Mbappe is, I think, is already like finished Mbappe. Like, I hope, as much as I want to see that Eminem thing play out at PSG, I also want Mbappe to like get a move on and move to elsewhere. Like, because I think the influence that Neymar is having on him is, you saw him at, I don't see that same hunger that I saw him where he was at Monaco, bro. I just don't see that. Not even the passion when he's playing, bro. He's always slouched, and I just don't see that hunger in him anymore, which is strange because he's like, what is he? 21? 20? How old is he?
I'm going to guess he's 22. I think
Yeah,
has
so
declared 22.
it's weird, bro. I just don't like that. What I feel like Neymar is not a great influence on Mbappe from what I've seen so far. So
Oh shit! What am I doing? What am I doing? Sorry, I'm holding. This is interesting here. The talk of having to win a World Cup to be regarded the greatest is nonsense. Why? Why? You see, people love to have their cake, and it's like, you see, you can't just change the rules to suit your narrative and so forth. Like, all because your go-to favorite player has never scored in a World Cup, not knockouts, and doesn't have a World Cup. You can just say, "Oh, it's all about Ballon d'Ors and Champions Leagues." No, it's not. Because yes, you won those Champions Leagues. Do you know the kind of teams that you had for the Champions League? Like, you had a team that had freaking Eto and Henri. Then you had a team that had freaking David Villa, Pique Iniesta, and Pique Javi. You had a team that's where Spain won 3 international trophies, and then you had a team that had Pique Suarez and Neymar. I mean, what are we talking about here? You know, like the World Cup would always be the World Cup, and because it happens every 4 years and it's so finite, that makes it even much more special. Like, I love the Champions League, but the fact that the Champions League happens every single year doesn't make it as special or give it as much worth as the World Cup does. So the World Cup will always have that value. Hence why I will always have that Mbappe World Cup thing over you guys. Always will, man. I mean, what's coming? What's
yeah,
saying for this?
you couldn't even land the Euros. But no. See, the thing is, I think to be the best ever, you don't need the World Cup. You don't even you don't need that kind of the level of accomplishment. You don't need that to be declared the best. That's why I say Messi is up there, regardless of whether he wins the World Cup or not. To be the greatest, though, and not one of the greatest, to be the greatest, I'm guessing is what the comment is saying. You need the World Cup. Without the World Cup, because he just said after following comment, he said well, Cruyff was regarded as one of the greatest. Yes, one of the greatest. But is he ever regarded in the top three? I've not heard anybody say he's even in the top five. So you need that World Cup to be regarded as one of the greatest. Sorry, the greatest. So
No, you see, I think people always confuse best and greatest. Those are two different things. Like, greatest, for me, greatest is Dodd. Like, greatest is, oh, you succeeding through difficult circumstances. So greatest isn't, oh my gosh, I scored 3,000 goals here, I shambles this or so forth. No, greatest is, man, this was a difficult match and you found a way of succeeding through. It's like, again, his example, Jordan and the flu game. The fact that this guy did
yeah,
baseball for 2 years, came back, and then got 3 rings in a row for the Chicago Bulls team, that's greatness. Greatness is rumble in the jungle. Ali was not meant to beat Foreman. Foreman was supposed to lubricate
yep.
Ali. And Ali used the most genius-like sporting tactic to defeat him. Like, that's literally was David and Goliath, where Ali knew that if I just fight him toe-to-toe, I will get destroyed.
but but
because
but but
because
this is
Foreman beat the living crap out of Frazier, and Frazier used to give Ali issues. So Ali knew that if I just fight this guy toe-to-toe, he will destroy me. So I have
this
to now somehow outthink him and now just sort of now be a fight and do a more intelligent fight. And that's why it's one of the greatest sporting success we've ever seen. That's greatness. That's greatness.
see this is the only channel, like I believe, anywhere out there, the only channel where you will ever hear this phrase, what HS just said. Foreman was supposed to lubricate Ali.
But I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what.
I can't imagine, bro. Imagine.
It was to the point where, like, even his own trainer said they were crying because they feared his safety. Because
Yeah,
when you look at the way that Foreman gave birth to Frazier, guys are like, bro, Mohammed, bro, you're gonna get effed up, bro. Like, these guys, this is going to be a prenatal engineering. It's
I could
so
just picture like Max Kellerman hearing you say that. Well, what do you mean by lubricated?
No. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
It's like Messi. I think see people's arguments for Messi's greatness is how consistent he's been, and that's for me. See, consistency can be part of greatness, but consistency for me is what it is. It's you're just very consistent. Greatness is, as again, you see, greatness is Mayweather because to do that is very unique. To never be, not only you were undefeated. And this is
Yeah,
one
but
thing. Not undefeated is that
isn't that him
you
being
you
consistently
never
good for
touch
his
the
own?
canvas. You never touch the canvas. So 50 people could never were able to put you down on the canvas. And you won all those 50 fights, no draws. That's greatness.
Yeah, but
You know,
doesn't Mayweather have to be consistently good at what he does to go 50-0 though?
and that's why I added the fact that it is the way he did it, not his consistency. Is how he did it in terms of he never touched the canvas, and just how exceptional he was at doing so. But you know what? I'll go even further. In my opinion, Ali is greater than Mayweather. You see, I would never see. I would even step up and say I wouldn't call Mayweather great. I would say Mayweather I believe is the best boxer I've ever seen. Between him and Roy Jones Jr.
No, I'd say no. Roy Jones was a different level, bro. He was a
No.
in terms of
Roy Jones is stupid.
peak Roy Jones. I say Mayweather is definitely, without a question, the best defensive boxer of all time. Mayweather hasn't shown me enough of like on the offense to even put him in the same sentence as Roy Jones. In terms of legacy wise, of course, he's on a different planet, but I don't know about best boxer. I'd say his best defensive boxer, which in a way you could say is the objective, right? Is to dish out as much pain as you can, but not take as much in return. So he's the greatest at that. So there's an argument for that. But yeah,
This is great. So, Charles Abakadabra, thank you for the dog. He says, I can't believe PSG snatched 2 captains for free. Do you know how crazy? Basically, this is. If PSG gets Messi, could this be the best transfer sum my club has ever done, as in one particular window? Because see, which 2 guys did Real get? Wait, did the Real did they get Bale and Cristiano? They didn't get Bale and Cristiano in the same summer, no.
Oh no. That was like years
No.
apart. Yeah, it was years apart.
So wait, who were the 2 guys from Real Madrid got? Like the 2 big names. There were 2 big names that they got in the same summer. Wait, no. There's someone that they got.
No, it was Kaká and Cristiano, right?
Kaká. Wait, they got Benzema and someone else. But then Benzema wasn't that big a name back then when he was playing for.
Yeah, I think Kaká and Cristiano was the same season. I think.
But my thing though is that Kaká at that time was so they got Kaká when I think this was post 2010.
Basically, well, I mean, at that moment in time, Kaká had just won the Ballon d'Or. So
wait, no. Kaká won the Ballon d'Or in 07.
Yeah. Well, Cristiano won it after, so it was the previous Ballon d'Or winner. So
Yeah, I mean, for me,
it was a flop at Real Madrid. No doubt, it was a flop at Real Madrid.
Huge flop. No. But my thing though is that when they got him, you see, I'm just trying to think, what is a bigger window? That's Kaká, Cristiano, or potentially Ramos and Messi? Because see, my thing is that no, it's not just because it is Ramos, it's Donnarumma, a guy who is considered like the next great keeper. So this is like what's the next great big keeper, one of the best defenders of a generation, a guy who captained Real to 4 out of 5 UCL.
Sorry, AJ. Yeah, Benz came in the same year as well.
As Kaká and Cristiano.
Yeah.
But then see, Benzema was not that much of a name. Like when he was not that big a deal.
If we're going by just shock value, that instant shock value, then I say PS. Nah, I don't know, bro. 80,000 people turned up to Cristiano's unveiling, so it was a pretty big deal.
Bro, if PSG signed Messi, you know that
They'll lock out Paris. They'll lock
you
out Paris.
know Sean Walsh lives in LA. You know
He'll fly out. He'll fly out
he's getting a private jet.
with Yo-Yo.
Yeah, with Yo-Yo. Yeah, basically Yo-Yo and Sean Walsh, they'll both be together. Basically, my thing is, we can see PSG know that. Do you know how many shirts sales we're going to make? Not only that, do you not realize that on FIFA? Wait, when does FIFA come out?
I think
Because they should.
it's
I think
either
they normally bring that after the transfer window.
Yeah, I think it's September. I think it's September. Or
So
maybe
obviously,
late
yeah,
August. Late August or September.
Wait, hold up. Do you think that if, let's say, Messi goes to PSG, they'll change the cover?
Nah.
Do you know how disrespectful that would be?
No, they can't because Messi's got to deal with Pez. He's got to deal with Pez.
Oh, Messi has it.
Yeah, he's the cover star. He's the cover star for. Yeah, sorry, yeah, eFootball. Yeah, he's the cover star for eFootball. I'm pretty sure he is still. I'm pretty certain he is.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think. The live chat can confirm it.
No.
Sure
I think they have a deal with Barcelona. No. They have a deal with Barcelona, not Messi. It's with the team. It's with Barcelona. It's with Barcelona.
Yeah, that could be. Nah, they won't change the cover, bro. Either that or they'll add Mbappe and Messi side by side.
Okay, what if Mbappe moves to Real Madrid?
No,
because see, obviously, if he moves to Real Madrid, you have to now change the cover. So either you change it to Mbappe with a Real Madrid jersey,
they did that with Cristiano. They changed because he was originally on the cover with the Real Madrid jersey, and they had to Photoshop it with the Juventus one. Yeah. So they would just do that. I think Mbappe signed a multi-year deal. So
you've already made the deal, the money, and everything, bro. But my things are just, you know what? And basically, they'll do like an ultimate edition with the jersey. So it's like, and these guys, they're such sickos. You see, I even feel this. Basically, if I was like a greedy businessman, I'll say, you want to make some money. So how much does FIFA was £50 now, or is it 55?
No, it's like, well, if you're getting the ultimate edition,
the regular version, just regular version,
like £50-60, yeah.
God, so basically they'll say, you know what, £80, like specialists and everything, Messi PSG thingy. The kids will gobble that stuff up. The kids will get the regular version, and then if you want, this is what you do. So let's say you bring out the standard version in like September or October for £60. Wait a few months, and you say nothing.
Yeah.
Few months, special amazing edition with Messi, PSG cover, £80-90 special edition. The kids will gobble that up. All those rich kids will gobble that up. Like, you already paid £60 on this stuff.
Even the quote unquote poor people will gobble it up as well somehow. They find a way.
Basically, basically, even those brethren will live in that as well. The brethren say, Messi. You don't even have the money. Oh yeah, my Messi is sick, bro. Yeah, he's sick in it. But no, it will be that's not what they'll do.
Jesus.
Madrid signed Alonso. Did they?
I mean, that's a pretty good summer actually. When you think about it, that's a pretty good summer.
Bro, it's a crazy. So they signed Alonso as well. Are you sure? Wow. But do you know how wild that is, man? So games now go for £60.
Yeah, bro, 60, and because they brought out I think it was a special edition Bex, and then that was like 80, I think 79.99 it was. So it's bad. It's bad. But listen, I can't really speak and say it's bad, but because I get the game every year, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, no.
You know what? It's funny because I watched the price go up and up and up every single year, but it's not even like a second.
No. I think because I think I stopped at When I saw 50, I was like, but because obviously, like, I think basically game shut down because there was no because I always because remember there was one I used to go to my game in Camden Town, which is where I used to get all my games, and like that shut down and everything. And they then moved to like this other store, so but it shut down. So everything was online. But once I saw, see, £40, okay, I can do £40. Then did like 44,999. Then once I started to go to £50 because it just did just a little bit. I was like, oh my, I mean, you guys are having a laugh, man. You guys are having a laugh.
The thing is, though, it doesn't make no sense because, I mean, the price just went up as soon as Ultimate Team came in. But then the problem with the Ultimate Team is, bro, you know how much, it's like I don't know how many FIFA points that it is, but I think it's like I don't know, the chat can confirm it, but one of the basically the highest amount of FIFA points that you can get is like 79.99. You have to pay to get those FIFA points to open like I can't remember the actual like number. I think the chat can say it. But...
Wait. Let me just get this straight because I just want because I've never played this whole Ultimate. I played it like ages ago because the funny thing is that I used to watch my friend play Ultimate Team, but he did it properly where he'd play and he'd just sort of see what cards it gets. So, so when you pay money, that means that you're still not guaranteed. It's just that you get a better pack, but you're still gambling as to what you're going to get.
Yeah. So it's like yeah. You all right? Here you go. You pay $79.99 for 12,000 FIFA points. That will get you like. If you open all those packs, I reckon the highest regular pack you can get is like a 45,000 pack, which the chance of you getting a high rated player above the rating of like 85 is like less than 1%, I think. So people will pay this anyway. Bro, it's ridiculous. This is why EA don't care, bro, because they know.
Oh, okay. So basically, so you need like the points to open up packs.
Yeah, and then they bring out special packs which cost like 1,000 FIFA point each. So 100k pack would cost 1,000 FIFA point each. So you can open 12 of them for 79 quid.
Because I want to make a commentary on that because my beef isn't even really with EA. But my thing though is so basically people basically pay money to basically get those points, and then those points can basically reveal those packs, and you don't know what those packs will have.
No, because the only thing they have is the probabilities. And
so if let's say you win games in Ultimate Team, you basically get points as well.
No, you don't get points. You get coins, but then you get like 500 coins per game if you win. But then to open a pack I think the lowest pack you can get is like a 5k pack. So how many? You have to build up 5,000 coins. 5,000 coins.
How many wins can you have before you can open up a pack just based off of how well you play?
To open a 5k pack, bro, I think you need to play at least 10 games. At least 10 games you need to play. And then but the 5k pack, bro, you might as well not open the pack.
Okay, like a decent pack then, like a decent pack.
Oh well, okay, a decent pack would be like a 50k pack. So
and how many games?
What? So that's like 100 games. That's like 100 games. Oh my god. But I don't know anybody.
But you see, the whole issue here is that I don't blame EA as much as you want to blame. And because wait, do you watch this guy on YouTube, Angry Joe? Have you heard of Angry Joe on YouTube?
No.
He basically is like amazing video game review, and he's been talking about how this is like gambling, it's awful and so forth.
Yeah.
But you can't hate EA.
Oh no, they're doing the right thing. Yeah,
they're not forcing you. They're not presenting it here. You don't have to. So they're saying, well, you can basically, if it's a case where no, you have to spend money, then that's bad. You don't have to. So it is on you, the person who you are choosing to play. See, my friend, like, he just plays the games. And then after he plays the games and so forth, he'll then get the part, which is how it's supposed to be. Because it's like, man, you're now getting rewarded by how good you are. So basically, if you see, so how it was supposed to work was, man, when you see a really good team, man, that guy had to play really well. So now when you see like a really good team, like, wait a minute, did this player play well? or is he just very rich?
Well, most of the team is just brought. Like you can just buy the team. Like you pay the amount that you need to pay. And here's the thing: like these people will pay and they just build up coins from just opening those packs, and they'll just build like a super team. And you basically, I sometimes wonder like how on earth like people actually have like crazy teams at the start, like on the release of the game. People have crazy because people start opening packs and packs. They start putting the market. The market get filled up with players. People just start, bro. They don't care, and you can buy coins as well, bro. You can buy coins from like third party sites.
Oh
It's a
man.
whole business, man. It's a whole business. So
I mean, oh Jesus. It's like so like so basically it is literally just a like
that's the
you know
that's
what
the
wait, people are fucked, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say I'm sorry, like and I know I'm not supposed to it probably demonetize me and everything, but people are just like society is fucked up, man.
no. See that
People are so fucked up because
it's
you're like the whole point of this is based on how good you are, you get rewarded. So what is the point in you're just spending money and it's gambling because you don't even know what you're gonna get.
no. That's no. It's exactly is. That's exactly what it is. It's gambling. That's exactly what it is. Because bro, imagine like people would actually purchase these FIFA points. I say people, I've done it, so I'm being a hypocrite right now. I've done it. So I would purchase these FIFA points knowingly, knowing that there's like a 1%, less than 1% chance of actually pulling a good player. But I do it anyway because I'm like, it's like a drug now. Like I just do it. I don't even think about it, you know? But there's points where like I'll get like a notification on my phone saying, "Oh, you spent this much amount of money on FIFA points." I'm
Do
like,
you
"Oh,
know? You know
really?"
what? No, you want to know that this was crazy? Obviously, you know Red, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And Red seems like a very responsible, mature kind of thinking guy. You don't want to know how much this guy spends on
Wait,
Ultimate Team.
red who? Red or Red Devil?
No, Red,
Oh,
just
okay.
Red.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I know this guy. I think he spent like thousands.
Bro, I probably I've definitely spent thousands.
But like, why is he like how?
No, not on one game, but like throughout my whole FIFA thing,
No,
like
no,
from
no,
like
but
FIFA
even like
12.
over several games, like how? Like
Bro, I don't know. Listen,
why?
one bit of cash goes and the other one comes in because you failed to pull anyone good the last. Are you telling me? No, be serious. Be serious.
Listen, it is like you see, people can say, "Oh, well, like I could." In things that I could never do that because the reason why I could never do that is because I am so adamant about no. I want to be rewarded by how well I do, specifically in this thing of football and so forth. I'd be like, I can't. You can't just pay for the cards. The whole point, the whole beauty of it is, aha. The better you play, the more you play. It's like when you play like an MMO or so forth
Yeah.
or like even World of Warcraft, when you're walking around and you see someone with amazing armor, like, man, that guy must be good. So you have a feeling of pride whenever you have like amazing armor and amazing sword because you're like, man, you have to really work hard to get that sword. You have to work hard to get that piece of armor.
Yeah.
But once you now have a point where, so basically the whole point of all this team was like, man, if you see a team of like Messi, Cristiano, Rams, and so forth, like, bro, this guy must be damn good because he must have worked hard to even get one of those guys. Not that he has three of those guys, he must be amazing. But if the case where it's just gambling, it totally destroys the
No, but
points of the
here's the thing.
stupidity, you
Here's the
fucking idiots,
see
man.
EA are very clever. See, you know the whole thing of like being rewarded for actually being good at the game and playing the game is that is useless because you know his thing. So you have like divisions in Ultimate Team, right? Say you win, say you get promoted from a division. Do you want to know the rewards you get, bro? Last year, FIFA 20, sorry 21. The reward you get is like you get different colors to customize your own stadium. You get a new badge. You get a new kit. You don't actually get like good rewards, bro. It's pointless. It's actually useless. And the way you get good rewards is they have this thing called foot champs, where you'd have to go like 30 games unbeaten for a certain period of time, and then you get rewarded these big players. But those big players you can only keep for yourself. You can't sell them in the transfer market and get new players to improve your team. So it's I don't blame EA. EA is just doing their thing, you know. On a business point of view, fair enough. But we
I
idiots
mean,
just
I think for me is that it's just sad because growing up, whether it was FIFA or like, see, what I really liked, what was great? Do you remember pro clubs?
pro clubs on what?
FIFA.
Oh yeah, it's still here. Yeah, it's still here. Yeah.
So basically because basically where it was, I remember it was me and some of my friends where we each control one player.
Yeah, it's that pro clubs is the most funniest thing, bro. It's like the best times on FIFA.
See, for me, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's like, man, we now have to really figure out between ourselves and really be able to be on the same wavelength and pass the ball through guys and so forth. And we have so much fun and everything online. So
Yeah.
basically, my thing is that you've taken the fun out of it. Because once you now bring gambling into it, it becomes a sick kind of weird thing that isn't about playing a game or competitive or being competitive. It's like,
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. See, it's a shame. It's a shame with PES and everything. So
From your boy Abracadabra, who says, HH, should Aguero just retire? This guy's cost. Well, okay, have you heard the latest about Sergio Aguero?
Yeah. Surely it has to be a rumor, though. Surely.
I don't think it is. Like, think about it. Think about it. Let's just think about it. Why would Aguero? When Aguero moved to Barcelona, what did everyone say? Oh, they're getting Aguero to try and keep Messi happy. This is one of Messi's closest friends. And Aguero, this is the twilight years of his career. Hey man, let me go out in my last years and just play with one of my close friends, Messi. So when it comes to saying, well, like, the main reason I wanted to come here is to play with Messi. Now that he's now gone, Aguero could, by the way, then I could have easily have gone back to Argentina. So I'm sure Aguero's thinking was, let me just retire in Argentina for the last few years. But Messi, hey, let me play and chill out with my mates. So the very fact that, like, in Copa America, they were both sharing the same room in the place that we're saying. They work in the same room.
Isn't Aguero? Wait, is it Aguero or is it Suarez? One of those two is the godfather to one of Messi's kids.
I think it's Aguero.
It might be Aguero.
I think it might be Aguero. I think Aguero is godfather to one of his. I think it might be. So my thing is that if you're Aguero, you're like, wait a minute. Bro, I came here to play with goat weights.
Respect Goldthwait. He might just have more financial backing than the Barca right now. So
no, but the thing is that I think they said that they haven't even yet they've not even yet fully registered.
Yeah, they can't. They can't right now. So they still have to release wages. Getting rid of Messi is not going to solve the problem. They still have 200 mil, bro. I don't know. And they're talking about signing new players. I swear to God, they just signed a new player just like recently. What are they doing? What are they actually doing? Like, do they even have a finance team there? Like, do they actually know how numbers?
So Messi is the godfather.
Okay, right, okay. I know one of something.
Still.
Bro, you see what Bartomeu has done, bro? He's breaking up families and everything.
See, my thing is that Bartomeu, like I said again, you cannot be seen in the streets of Spain because literally, especially the way this has gone down, someone's going to attack him. Like, if he turns up in the wrong alley, he's going to get bomb rushed. Pause. He's going to get bomb rushed. Pause. Wait. Your boy Suleiman says that it's so hard to get Lugo promoted in Football Manager. I remember. See, I think I was. This was ages ago. This was on Player Manager on PlayStation 1. And I remember I was Juve Stabia. This just shows how long I was Juve Stabia. This was in Serie C.
Jesus.
And I think I wanted to get Juve Stabia from like Serie C to Serie. And I think I've done so. But you know what? Every time on a Football Manager, every single time, I always choose a really bad team.
Yeah.
And to avoid relegation, and I just stick with them for like 10 years and just try and build them up always. Because people say, I always choose like the team support. No, I always choose like it. Man, the main thing is that let me choose a team that's where the main aim is to avoid relegation. There's no money. Then I struggle for the first season, second season, because second season I come like 16th, 15th, or so forth. Then what I do is build up. Because what I always do is that after 10 years, I'll get a really young player and I'll do the training thing, gets good coaches that are making his players super amazing, then
Bro,
sell him
Wonder
for
Kids. Remember
an
Wonder
amount.
Kids? Wonder
Oh
Kids.
man,
Remember?
I
Oh my
remember.
days.
Really, I remember there was. I think it was Saviola in one of the games.
Yeah,
Was huge.
yeah, the Barca
And
kid.
also
Yeah,
also called Montolivio. There was one game where Ricardo Montolivio was like amazing, and he was like, you had to really get. I think because basically me and my friend we were Ancona, Serie, and then we got Montolivio, and this guy was super amazing. But no, like it is so good whenever you find like, and but the thing though is that it's very accurate because
Oh
like
yeah.
they do a lot of real good scouting. A lot of the guys who are like really young and so forth, they actually turn to actually be really good because the accuracy of the attributes, because they say that they do a lot of research in the scouting, so it's very realistic, man.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think Pogba will do if
Come on,
if
come on,
if
guys.
Messi
Are
moves?
we still
Pogba
on
is,
this?
is
Are we
sustained,
still on
like
this?
yeah, 100%. It's like I say 100% now, 100%. Like there is no space for Pogba now. Like yeah. So really, if anything, it's Pogba next. Like PSG, this is already going to be a very difficult move to pull off, like salary and economic wise. So once they do this, like bro, there's no space. There is literally there'll be no space whatsoever, like economically, wage wise, wage structure. So yeah, so this is the best thing that can happen for Man United. The best thing.
I don't
So
think it was
this is
gonna
like,
go
oh,
anyway. I don't think.
obviously 1,000% he's staying, 1,000%.
Nah, I don't think he was gonna go anyway.
No, there was a chance. You see, if let's say PSG didn't
Yeah,
get
no,
Messi, there was okay, you could say okay, there was maybe like I would say there was a 30% chance that he could
no,
go. Now there's like a two
there's
percent chance.
there's always a chance with that fat bastard Mino Raiola, that prick. There's always a chance. So wait, isn't Haaland's agent Raiola as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, Raula. Well, it's Raula and his dad, Alf Inga.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, like, look, I mean, Pogba 100% there. Oh, let's see what they got. Thoughts on Grealish to Man City. It's interesting that he was given the number 10 jersey. That is interesting that he was given the number 10 jersey because that's big. That's a big move, giving the number 10 jersey because that there's a lot of weight that comes on there being given that shirt. So
Hey, Chase, we're not talking about Barcelona, but we're talking about Sky Blue FC. There's no weight on that shirt at all, so relax.
look, I know you're
There's
haters
no
of the man.
weight. There's no weight.
No, but my thing is, see, okay, let's break it down because I know that we're going to talk more about this on Saturday. What is your honest view on Grealish? I mean, do you think that there's maybe a slight bit of overhyping and overrating? Like
Slight.
English
I mean,
tax? English tax?
In England, it's not even a slight. It's just ridiculous amount of overhype. Hyping Grealish, bro. He's a good player, bro. I'm not denying that he's not a good player. Of course, he's a good player, and I like the way he plays as well. He plays very direct. He wants to be effective with what he's doing. And I like that about him. But bro, he's not a world beater, bro. He doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just trying to figure because obviously, I think Pep came out and said that Bernardo Silva actually is confirmed to leave, so that clears up more space. We'll see. We'll see if he's about the hype. We will see. Because here's the thing, though. For me, just I know I live in England, but I look at football just in a more wider, broader way. So I don't just English tax and all that don't mean anything. But so if he doesn't perform that to that level this season, it's the only thing that comes with that is I just get to troll these people. That's it. I don't. I'm not expecting great things from Grealish. I'm not expecting him to g up and provide all these assists and everything. Like, bro, he's just at the end of the day, he's just a De Bruyne fanboy. That's it. I mean, he's just a De Bruyne fanboy.
Wait, so De Bruyne has what the number 7 jersey? Because I thought De Bruyne was number 10.
No, Aguero was number 10, right?
Oh, Aguero was number 10. Oh, okay. Oh, because I thought De Bruyne was the number 10 guy. And so basically, my thoughts is, I mean, it's a good signing, but pressure is on. pressure on because I still have questions as to whether he can perform on the big stage. Because it's easy to perform for Villa, but not to perform for a Man City and so forth. There's a lot to be expected. So for me, I see that he is a quality player, but being a talented player is one thing. Now, being able to now execute your talents on the very biggest on the biggest stage is a whole other ball of wax, bro. And from Abracadabra, man, thank you for Abracadabra says. Do you know that teams are just going to block Arsenal from? They're going to block them from their phone.
Bro, I couldn't take Arsenal seriously, like in any transfer window. Do you remember that the time where they bid Suarez 40 million plus £1?
Oh yeah.
That is a joke club, bro. I'm sorry.
See, my thing is that you shouldn't like people say, "Oh no, inquiring is inquiring." There's some things that you can even inquire about. Like there's some times that you shouldn't even lodge a thing as well. Like,
yeah, have you seen that? Have you seen that meme with the three African dudes? Like they're like lawyers with files in their hands, and they're like the Arsenal representatives. That comes out every single like transfer window.
Like I said, look, I mean, guys, come on, man. I mean, you see, I mean, like let's even, I mean, Arsenal, man, what a fall. What a fall, because
no European football. No European football, by the way.
See, my thing is that Arsenal, from Invincibles, winning a double, having Henry, Vieira, so Campbell, to AFTV. See, my thing right now is if Arsenal get looped up by Leeds, should we still rush to AFTV? See, the lure of AFTV was, wow, look at this once great team now lose to these side chicks. So let's now see these fans react to how embarrassing it is. Arsenal losing to Leeds isn't embarrassing. Arsenal losing to Leeds isn't embarrassing. Like, Arsenal are slowly going onwards to being a mid-table team. So there's something, they're now going into a stage where like they should have no expectations. Like, you see, I told you, if let's say they brought in like a Benitez, an Ancelotti, or a Hiddink, I'm like, oh, bro, the fact that they've still kept Arteta, Arsenal should have no expectations. Like, what? Your expectations are what? Top 4? See, because someone asked me, like, what should they be? Arsenal's focus their ceiling is 6th. That is their ceiling. It's a ceiling. I mean, but it's basically, let's keep it real. The Premier League is super competitive now. It's the most competitive. But see, they are a million years away from top 4. Million years away.
By the way, we're playing Leeds. We're playing Leeds, by the way.
Oh, you're playing Leeds?
Yeah, we're playing Leeds in the opener, and then
yeah, Brentford, next Friday.
Yeah.
And you know, wow. Who do you think is going to win the Liga title excluding PSG? Well, first of all, PSG have to win it, but if you're excluding PSG, has to. I mean, I still. Well, you see, I was going to say Lille, but apparently. Now, I read a story that says that Barcelona gets Renato Sanchez.
What?
But wait a minute.
What the heck is going on?
There
has to be people trolling, bro. It has to be people trolling, because how does that work? How does that work?
If you can't get your contracts or your wages in order, how are you trying to get to dues, man? It literally makes no freaking sense. Literally makes no freaking sense.
By the way, what's more dud? Lily winning the Uber Eats this season with that PSG team, or Leicester's Premier League win?
The reason why I'll say Leicester's is because you have to deal with more quality teams. You see, the thing is, all you have is just this one team, one crazy team, but just this one team who maybe they could beat themselves. The thing with the Premier League is there are so many good quality teams, And my thing is, because there's so many good quality teams, that is what's made it much more difficult. So you have to deal with Arsenal, deal with City, deal with United, deal with Chelsea, deal with Liverpool, deal with Tottenham, deal with Arsenal. So many differences you have to deal with. But for French League, all you have to do is really PSG. So if you can just sort of beat them in your head-to-head and just be more consistent than them, it's fine. But Leicester City has to be more consistent than City, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and so forth. So that actually was dirty. See, PSG for me is like PSG, they're an unprofessional team. Like when PSG don't win the league is because they pretty much beat themselves. Simple. So because they beat themselves, that's how they basically screw up. Look, man, let me go and finish off my food here. So, guys, man, I will see you guys tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. where we shall do this beautiful, amazing Saturday night hangout, man. Saturday night, we have lots of stuff to talk about. Hopefully, maybe more of this Messi news will be much more confirmed.
Messi, bro. It's
Messi
never too late. Messi, it's never too late. It's never too late.
Wait, it's never too. Bro, Bram said that he wants to meet his representative. So if these deals break down and the Eiffel Tower,
that wasn't the real Bram. That wasn't the real Bram. That was
guys. I'll see you Saturday. Peace.
Peace.